Ronald Reagan Washington National Airport is a busy airport serving Washington, D.C., located just along the Potomac River. Drzewiecki Design has modeled this airport for Microsoft Flight Simulator. Let's find out if this airport is worth picking up. Bottom line, Drzewiecki Design has created a beautifully modeled rendition of Washington National. The airport is stunning to look at inside and out, and has decent performance. Aside from some issues I have with the night modeling, this is an exceptionally done scenery. It comes in at a price of almost $20, which is a lot for a scenery and flight simulator. However, if you are someone who likes to fly in the US, it is absolutely worth it. Let's talk about why. Purchasing this product is made easy using Orbix Central. Just a matter of a few clicks and you have it installed. The product comes in at 24 Australian dollars, or about 19 US dollars. Now that we have the airport installed, let's discuss how it looks. Let's start with the terminals. The modeling and texturing here speaks for itself. It's just brilliant. I appreciate how there is a consistent attention to detail from the ground to the roof. The jetways feature a new model created just for this scenery, and it looks great. Moving inside, there is a shocking amount of detail packed in here. The details are well visible from the outside of the terminal, making the detail the developers put in here totally worth it. The ground textures are pretty good quality as well. Looking at the apron, there's a lot of detail in the ground textures, which look really nice, and there are some good wear details here as well. Looking at the runways and taxiways, the textures are good, but it looks just way too clean. It would be really improved by adding some wear details. Leaving airside, groundside is just as enjoyable. Everything here looks great, and is extremely detailed. They even modeled a moving DC metro train. Moving on to night, unfortunately there are some pretty big issues that the developer has to address. While looking at the terminals up close, things look great. The same can't be said at a distance. I'm not quite sure what Drzewiecki did here, but the level of detail and draw distances are all wrong. Take a look at how the textures change as I approach the terminal. Besides that, the taxiway signs don't light up, which is going to make navigation around the airport pretty challenging. These two issues I hope are not too complicated to fix, so it would be great if the developer fixes them in the near future. The airport is immersive and brings some nice flight experience qualities. The ground is well populated with ground service vehicles and some beautifully modeled airplanes. Further, when you are sitting at the gate, you can see into the terminals, and it's a great view. It makes it feel like I'm at an airport that is really alive. Washington National is famous for its river visual approach into runway 19, where you approach along the Potomac River and turn towards the runway shortly before touchdown. As I was doing a landing, I noticed that the runway has two sets of PAPI lights. Honestly, I thought this was a bug at first, but it's actually real. It's so that the pilots can see the PAPI lights both when they are over the river and after they make the turn. Only other thing I will add about the flight experience is that the airport doesn't play nicely with default traffic. I've found that default planes approach the airport just fine, but they disappear shortly after at landing. Won't matter to everyone, but something to be aware of. With the quality of default that Microsoft Flight Simulator provides, it is always important to ask how much better a new add-on scenery is than default. On the top is Drzewiecki Design. On the bottom is default. Looking at these comparisons, I think it is very clear that Drzewiecki Design has significantly improved upon the default scenery. From a performance perspective, it depends. During the day, I had no frame loss, which is incredible for the quality here. However, at night, I was losing about 5 frames per second, or about a 15% performance hit compared to default. This is based on data I collected in the simulator in dev mode, and my performance was bottlenecked by my GPU, a GTX 1070. Other users' performance may vary. That will do it for this review. If you have any thoughts or questions, put them in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe. Hit the bell to get notified for future videos. We'll see everyone next time.